The following is a special presentation from KCTV5 News.
Good morning, Chiefs Kingdom. Thanks for joining us for our special coverage of the Victory Parade of Champions.
I've got 53 degrees, south-southeast winds at 5 to 10.
Blue skies, gorgeous morning, and just picturesque excitement.
This is another exciting day for Kansas City.
Y'all ready for a parade?
I still get flashbacks from that day.
Kansas City, let me hear you one time!
Downtown Kansas City pulsing as the world watches.
And there seems to be a ruckus going on to the side of the stage now.
Guys, something's going on. Guys, people are on the ground. People have been hurt.
People are running everywhere, bullets flying everywhere.
You had people that went by us who had been shot.
I mean, this is a horrific event that occurred in Kansas City, and one that I hope never happens again.
The whole day was just great until it wasn't. You could definitely see the difference in the environment in this house. She did pretty much everything for us. We definitely feel that so much because every time we clean the house, she cleaned it all by herself, and it takes us a whole day to just clean one section. My name is Adriana Galvin, and I am the daughter of Lisa Lopez Galvin. So pretty much we all woke up around 7 in the morning just to go to my grandma's house and beat the traffic from all the people trying to get to the rally.
This is KCTV5 Parade of Champions.
Good morning, Kansas City. The day is here. It's the one you've been waiting for. The wait is finally over. What do you say we throw a big old parade and have a big old party?
I got here around 4:30 a.m. We are live right in front of the stage. There were already people here. We're going to introduce you to the fans who make up the front row at this big parade. My name's Neil Jones, and I'm a sports reporter and anchor and a photographer for KCTV5 Sports. We're at Pershing Avenue, right in front of Union Station, and I was stationed at this spot during our parade coverage. These ladies came out early. What time did you get here?
I was here at 4:07.
And the whole families would just camp out and get ready for the big day, and they were here bright and early.
But a lot of people we've known have been coming out since 3 a.m. this morning.
How often do you decide to wake up this early?
Because everyone knew if you want to get a good spot, you got to come early.
We just had breakfast together with my whole family, and then we started walking to the Union Station rally.
But it's going to be a great day for a parade.
It's going to be a great day parade. Nearly 1 million people expected out here today.
At the beginning, it was great. Everybody was all hyped up, really just trying to celebrate the Chiefs.
You got to fight!
No matter how early you get there, the crowds have started. Kansas City is a city that celebrates well.
How about those Chiefs?
We love to celebrate our teams. I'm Dr. Erica Carney. I'm an ER physician at University Health, and I'm also an EMS physician, and I'm also the state medical director. My kid was out of school, KCPS, Kansas City Public Schools, let all the kids out.
Who are you hoping to see at the parade today?
Taylor Swift.
Well, let's get to the Taylor Swift question. You know, the big question is, will Taylor Swift show up?
We knew Taylor Swift was not going to make it due to TikTok math.
The atmosphere was electric. Everybody was happy. People were thrilled, back-to-back Super Bowl champions.
And the sun was starting to come up, and so everybody had their coffee. I'm Dr. Jennifer Watts. I am a pediatric emergency medicine physician and the Associate Chief Medical Officer for Acute Care and Inpatient Services at Children's Mercy Hospital. It's hard to be in Kansas City and not cheer for the Chiefs.
This was our third Super Bowl parade. We were very proactive. We were very well staffed. We've been training for this.
And the crowd is getting big and getting loud.
A lot of the people who were working because their kids were out of school knew that their kids were going to be there, and it's a nice, fun family event.
Are you guys excited for the parade?
The day of a Super Bowl parade, it's the height of community. Everyone is celebrating the same thing.
Thank you for joining us. We are celebrating a Chiefs dynasty here together. I think we went on the air at 9 or 10 in the morning with the plan of watching the parade come on down through downtown and ending up at Union Station, watching the rally.
The Parade of Champions is officially underway. We're starting to see those famous double-decker world champion buses.
There's Patrick just soaking it all in, getting the crowd fired up.
The entire city is jacked up to see this exclamation point at the end of a Super Bowl winning year.
There's your world champion, Travis Kelce, wearing the belt, getting the fans pumped up as only Travis Kelce can do.
People were excited. They came out. They got their spots.
Hundreds of thousands of fans get ready to watch their heroes take the stage.
You can see the crowd beginning to build on the hillside.
We all just traveled like around the whole rally, just trying to look for a good spot, just to see the Chiefs players' speeches.
Man, what a year to battle through the adversity, to continue to go.
We just moved closer to the stage.
They all doubted us. I don't want to hear any different.
A lot of these people have been at the other parades, and so they knew what to expect, and they were wondering, what's Mahomes going to say? What's Travis Kelce going to say? What's Chris Jones going to say?
You know, not a doubt in my mind that we was going to bring it back to the city!
In my head, throughout that whole time, I was just thinking it's just too good to be true. Like, something doesn't seem like it's going to end like good.
The rally had just started at this time, and so everybody had come back to Union Station at this time.
We've started to see way more fans start to filter in here.
So we kind of go tent to tent, area to area to check in on our teams.
It was really a sense of excitement, and people were thrilled.
We were 2 minutes from saying goodbye. In fact, we had started to kind of wrap up the rally. We had started to say goodbye to our viewers, saying, you know, we'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock.
The party right here is over, but this isn't something that people are going to forget for a long time.
No way. And we take a final look above downtown Kansas City right now.
This felt so good. Everything felt so right.
Thousands of people up there by the stage were starting to come out and make their way slowly out.
We took one final picture as a group.
And then all of a sudden we noticed something.
That's when we turned around. That's when all the shots just went off.
All staff, rally operations, take cover, rally operations, take cover, stay out of the way.
And then all of a sudden, pop, pop, pop.
Take cover, stay out of the east.
That's when we heard on the radio the all call go out.
On the west side, shots fired on the west side.
We have an active shooter in front of the west tent.
Shooter on west side of the Union Station. All units shelter in place. Shooter on west side of the Union Station.
I initially felt all the power from all the bullets coming straight towards my group. Then I just looked around, everybody was on the ground. It was just full of chaos.
And there seems to be a ruckus going on to the side of the stage now, out there in front of Union Station.
And the crowd is running. Everybody's trying to get away. They're trying to spread out, get away from the gunfire. And I began to talk into the microphone, trying to get the attention of our anchors. Guys, something's going on. Guys, hey guys, we have a problem. We have a problem.
Appears to be a somewhat chaotic situation taking place outside of Union Station right now.
Families spread out. They can't run, most of them, because they've got older people and young people with them.
Neil Jones, if you can hear us, did you see anything from where you were during the rally?
Carolyn, I'm down here. You see a victim. There are at least 2 victims, possibly 3. It was mayhem as people tried to escape. It was horrible.
We have two people with gunshot wounds over here.
We had multiple juveniles down.
Command copy. 2 people so far. GSW.
We heard that. We turned around and we're like, we have to go. That's what we do. We hear kids are down, we go.
And we can see that people are on the ground. People have been hurt.
During it's chaos.
We saw police with their guns drawn out.
At least 4 to 5 patients.
I'll need 10 ambulances.
The scene is not secure. The scene is not secure at this time.
Anybody have a description on the shooter?
Suddenly, everybody had to run, and it was just a horrible, horrible thing.
We have 7 gunshot victims, 2 critical. Actually, make that 8.
We had Gators coming in with patients.
We are out of ambulances other than the VIP units.
We had our gunshot wounds to multiple, all over the body.
1 in the leg, 1 in another leg, 1 neck.
Just an unbelievably frightening situation here.
We had the panic attacks. We had crush injuries, trampled injuries.
Do we have EMS headed to Bergen, Maine? I have somebody with a broken leg.
We had cuts, scrapes, bruises, bangs.
People began to run as hard as they could in all directions. People knocked down, children knocked down.
We had a flood of patients into the tent just because of safety.
Let's lock down Union Station. Do not let anybody inside.
They weren't even necessarily patients, they were just patrons standing there watching, but they're scared too.
A bunch of our healthcare providers had been playing football with these kiddos right before they had been injured.
And actually, we're just getting confirmation now that Children's Mercy Hospital confirming they have received some patients.
So this story keeps getting worse by the moment.
But the number we are hearing from the Associated Press is between 8 and 10 people hurt. We would get reports in of how many people were injured, and I had a number going. And that number I kept putting a line through, and it kept going up and up and up. And I said, my God, please let this stop.
I saw that my mom was hit and my brother, and I looked up and I see my dad trying to turn her over. He moved her to see if she got shot or anything, and we saw that there was a bullet wound in her stomach, and there was just a civilian that knew CPR, and they tried assisting her. I was holding her hand the whole time, and you could just tell that she was just gone right there.
We had a bunch of providers wanting to help that were terrified. And so there was a time where I just had to say, calm voices, calm voices.
I was just yelling at all the medics because nobody was helping at all for like a good 15 minutes until somebody like grabbed her and took her to the tents.
UMAT West, I got 1 ambulance ready to transport coming your way. I've got 1 ambulance coming your way.
Me and my dad saw my brother get taken to the hospital, and we noticed that it was just him and then my 2 little cousins just getting taken. And he yelled at us. He asked us, "Where's Mom at?" We were trying to ask like all the medics and the police, like, where the hell's my mom at? And they wouldn't give us an answer. And then that's when I just realized, like, me and my dad might as well just go up to the hospital with my brother and just try to be with him.
What's the description of the suspect? Description of the suspect.
Do we have our party in custody yet?
Okay, 5402, we have a shooter in custody right in front of Union Station. We need to verify if there's more out here.
Chief Stacy Graves, Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. I'm angry at what happened today. The people who came to this celebration should expect a safe environment. We had over 800 law enforcement officers, Kansas City and other agencies, at the location to keep everyone safe. Because of bad actors, which were very few, this tragedy occurred.
This is a day that a lot of people look forward to, something they remember for a lifetime. And what they shouldn't have to remember is the threat of gun violence, marring a day like this, injuring them and their families.
What we know so far is 8 gunshot victims from Union Station are here currently getting treated. We know 2 of those victims are in critical condition.
All of a sudden there's a shooting. They're like, get in. We're locking the doors. We're locking the doors now. We're locking the doors. And it's locked the doors on us inside Union Station. Like, I don't know, but like Kansas City got to do better.
Kansas City must do better.
Once we got there, they already took my dad to hear the news about everything, about my brother and my mom. I was just in the chapel. There was a lot of my family members that were at the Chiefs rally that met us at the hospital and everything.
On that day, I was in the emergency room. We had just responded to a different event when the calls began to come in about the tragedy. My name is Jeff Howard. I'm the Director of Chaplain Services here at Truman Medical Center, University Health. The first notification we received, there actually was a call from a street a little bit away from the parade.
Copy. You said Main Street in Grand is where one of the victims is at, shot in the leg.
And we just heard that there had been a shooting. We didn't know exactly how many people.
Is that a third victim?
I had some stress about how whoever this was that had been shot was doing.
We're en route with one of the gunshot victims to Truman Medical.
We had 2 tents with nurses and other staff from the emergency room that were there on site. We had a lot of concern for them as well.
Affirmative, we've got the information. Scene not secure.
Never even occurred to us that the scene wasn't safe. We were busy, we were jumping, we were moving, we were doing what we needed to do to make that tent work.
Westside Medical Tent, EMS advised multiple victims.
For me, it was the resident physicians and the nurses. About 20 minutes into it, we started to see the emotions. They were asking, can I go home? Can I get out of here? And then the tent, unfortunately, became a homicide scene.
A nurse came in to wherever we all were, and he asked for my name and everything, and he took me to a little room with my dad. They shut the door behind me, and then all I could ask was, where's my mom at? And my dad broke down, and he was like, she's gone.
And we are learning of some news that we hoped we wouldn't have to report to you.
Yeah, we are hearing now one person is confirmed dead now.
And then I just went ballistic. I went crazy. I was just punching everything, like yelling, like, why?
When we found out that someone had died, you know, your heart just sinks. It changes everything. It just takes it to a whole different level of where now, you know, someone has lost their mom.
We needed time ourselves to have the moment to pause, to grieve. We had a life lost in our tent, and we all wish we could have done something to save her that day.
By the time I made it home, it was not midnight, but it was late.
Yeah.
I can't remember what time it was. I was still in my gear, you know. I noticed on my job shirt that I had a patient's blood on it. And for the first time in my entire career, it took me a minute to wash that shirt.
And then you find out about this woman and the life she led and the legacy she leaves behind.
She always wanted just to show her love and affection to her family. She always protected her family above anything else. And that's what I pretty much just love feeling, that just her just always protecting us.
The fact is that this was just a wonderful day for the city of Kansas City. And all of that gets washed away by the actions of a couple of people in the crowd here and the damage that they did to human beings and to our psyche as a community. That can't be overstated.
There is a place in this city's heart, the heart of America, that still thinks about that poor victim that day and her family, and of all days to lose a life that day and that way, it wasn't fair. It's just so unfair.
The moment of silence was definitely it really just made the whole world see her just from that moment. And I'm glad that they did something for her.
There have been dozens and dozens of times in my career that I've been at stadiums that did a moment of silence to honor either a person or an event. And usually people are kind of fidgeting and waiting for the game to begin and come on, okay, let's do it. And not at Arrowhead. Not for the people. So many of the people in the stands were the same people who were here that day, or they were watching on television. This was one time when everybody stood there and it was utterly silent as people contemplated what had happened.
To have something negative like that occur at something so bright and turn it so dark. What's sizzling? This be the one them called Tech-9, artist and co-founder of Strange Music. I mean, when you got that many people gathering, something can happen, but to that magnitude, you never imagine. But it won't stop me from repping my team, as you can see, you know.
We're still dealing with the grieving process and everything.
You're never going to forget about it or get over it, but you can heal.
It's been hard, but I just have the support with my family and friends, just being there for me and just taking it day by day and just trying to move forward from it.
I think people will look back on this Super Bowl parade and what happened, and it'll never be forgotten.
Here we are 1 year later, and we're still healing.
We'll never forget that day, the loss of life and the people affected by it. So we'll never forget it, but we don't want to revisit it.
I think that there were a lot of people who came to that parade, and when they left, they were different people, less trustworthy, less willing to go out in public with a massive crowd like that. And I can assure you that I'll never, ever forget what I saw here.
A part of healing is recognizing you're not going to be what everybody maybe wants you to be again.
I'm not overly dramatic. I don't live my life looking over my shoulder all the time. But at the same time, I'm a different person than I was 1 year ago.
everybody involved will process it in their own time. You have moments of immediate moments, immediate feelings that come to the surface. You have feelings, you have memories, you have things that come up ongoing. And sometimes that never ends. Everybody's journey is different.
Healing with this is important to good health the rest of your life.
Can we as a city get past what happened at the last rally? It depends on the people. Like I said, it's not going to stop me from repping my team. And people are still going to the games. People are still packing out the games. That team spirit, I don't think will ever die.
Kansas City is a special place. It's going to take something far greater than this. I mean, you can't break Kansas City's will. And for a moment it did, but Kansas City perseveres, as it always has and always will.
I would describe Kansas City as, like I always have, togetherness. Together we make a powerful blow, you know? And if people realize we need each other instead of kill each other, we'll be even stronger.
I think there are probably some people who remember how incredible before was and how terrible afterwards was, and how their healing kind of defines which is more significant to them. But I do know that everybody in Kansas City is more sensitive to the hurt that can happen and more ready to pitch in and help.
And I think we keep going. We will continue to celebrate. It didn't stop us as individuals. It didn't stop us as a city. We will keep going. We will keep celebrating. We will keep moving forward.
You never get back to who you were, but you are a better, stronger, more fragile, and so a little more elastic and able to handle things because you know there's a way to heal.
I think that there were certain families, their lives were changed by what happened right behind me. And they'll never go back to being normal. Not when you lose your mom, not when you lose your daughter, not when you lose your best friend. That will never end for them.
We're always just gonna have to keep moving forward for her because that's what she would have wanted us to do. She wouldn't want us to just be dead in our beds or just like dwelling in just her gone. She would want us to keep living and to still be happy.